Yeah, you know what? Obviously, tremendous respect. He was a part of the coaching staff when I was a player at Boise State, and he gave me opportunities in coaching as well. So, tremendous amount of respect for him, and happy for him if that's the right time for him to do, what's best for him and his family. And yeah, it's big news yesterday in the conference.
Did that surprise you at all?
I'm gonna say yes. It did surprise me.
You've played a lot of, really talented young quarterbacks, Arizona State, USC, Auburn. What are the challenges of facing a senior with those kind of skill sets?
So just within the offense, I mean, being multiple with the multiple personnels, the formations, the movement, and the variety within the pass game. Obviously that he's able to execute, and on top of that, he creates with his legs. In the run game, the design run game, and then in the pass game, and throw the ball deep. I mean, this is the most explosive offense, that we're going to play thus far. So, tremendous challenge up front, and I think, obviously for them as well, it starts up front with their O-line and how they handle themselves in the run game and how physical they are in the trenches.
As a coaching staff, I mean, some of you guys, you yourself included, have had experience in conference championship games before coaching. None of these players have, however. Mm-hmm. So what's been kind of the discussion from those of you that have had that experience to these guys who this program hasn't been to a place like this in about 5 years?
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, it's a huge deal, right? There's only 2 teams left in this conference that are practicing this week, and it is a huge deal. But it's where you focus that attention. It's where you focus, your urgency, and that's got to be more than ever on this process. It's late in the season. We're playing an unbelievable opponent, and so we're working on finals too. How about that? We're not talking about that, but we're in finals week right now too. So we really got to cut down the distractions and sacrifice some of the things in our life right now to focus on the things that are important, so that we can do a really good job in school and on this football field.
Justin Herbert has expressed how it would mean everything to win a Pac-12 title and get to a Rose Bowl. How impressed are you with his desire, his want-to, and the heart that he's shown as you guys are prepping for this week?
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, there's a ton of guys that are on this team that are seniors that have been through a ton, that are tremendous competitors that are out here that are working really hard, obviously, and working together. That's one of the biggest things that I've seen this week so far, is that everyone's coming together and doing it together, and as best we can out on the field, working together at times. Iron sharpens iron, and trying to create some of the looks and things that we're going to get in the game.
What's an example of how they're working together?
Just in team periods and things like that, and in group periods, whether it be the O-line, D-line, or the wide receivers, DBs. I mean, it's really competitive for this time of the year out there. I mean, the drills have been extremely competitive.
You mentioned practicing with urgency. Sometimes players have a tendency to almost get too wound up before a big game like this. You come into a game kind of tight. I mean, how, as coaches, do you try and keep the urgency up but not let it get to a level where they get too wound up or get too tight, and that leads to trouble when you open a game?
Yeah, everybody has their process before the game to get themselves to that place they need to be. There's no question. Within practice, a lot of it comes down to us as coaches and the staff too. It starts with our urgency and how we're moving from drill to drill, and how we're prepping and how we're operating in meetings and those things. And obviously, hopefully it carries over into our team. And yeah, I mean, there's a certain level of focus, and when the game time does come, there's a certain level of focus you have to have without getting yourself too wound up. And that's always, whether it's a conference championship, whether it's the first game of the year for a freshman playing, whatever the case may be, you've got to treat this process the same when we get to that point.
What does it mean to you personally, just to be in your first season here, Broyles, in the Broyles Award mix, and then you end up in a conference championship your first year here as a coordinator? I mean, what's this year sort of been like for you?
Yeah, it's just been an unbelievable opportunity and an experience. So grateful to be around all these people here, and every day, I mean, it's been a ton of work in these last 8 months or so, 9 months. It's been a ton of work. And to see the team have the success is awesome, and to have this opportunity and be in this situation that the team is in right now, we've got to, like I said, we got 3 more days here where we've really got to be diligent with our process to give ourselves a chance to win.
For the back is big as well, and obviously it's effective.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys didn't face him last year. He wasn't healthy in that game.
Right.
how do you prepare for it in general, but literally, I mean, without giving away anything, Andy, but I mean, scout team, do you throw like a scout team defensive lineman in there because he's just a big body?
There's no question, and that's where we're trying to, we're trying to use as many good on good bodies as we can and do different things where, we're, once again, iron sharpens iron, and we're trying to get the best look you can that's going to prepare you for an opponent like this. But it's challenging too. There's not that many bodies like that that give you the speed size combination that we're going to get on game day.